Yo, what's going on, guys? Just Live Sports. I'm your host, Ted. We're back again for episode 4 of the brand new podcast. To the left of me, I got my man, Colin Brown. You've seen him before, all the way in the corner. We got a brand new guy coming on here. It's the Uncle Brian Stekowitz.
Yep.
What's going on? How you guys feeling today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I'm hyped to talk some sports with my uncle today.
Very
Yeah,
hype, very hype.
yeah, we're talking about sports today. Last episode we did conspiracy theories. Colin couldn't talk into the mic correctly. Not this Colin, the other Colin. If you followed that, because we have two Collins. But yeah, let's blame it on him since he wanted to try and blame it on me. We're blaming it on Colin Rex. He's terrible.
Yeah,
This
he's
man's
not very smart. Not very smart.
GPA is very low. Doesn't know what he's doing. Um, anyways, yeah, we're talking about sports this week. We're gonna touch up just basically on football. We're gonna dive straight into it. Kind of the first topic I wanted to talk about was, Thursday night football tonight. 8 o'clock. We got Packers who are 9-3, and the Lions who are the top of the NFC right now. So, how you guys feeling about this game? Interdivision game is gonna be pretty good, I think.
It's probably the biggest game of the season so far, like in terms of the whole NFL.
Could be the game of the year.
Yeah, it could be a shootout, or it could be like completely dead.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm
that's how
thinking
division
shootout.
games are.
I'm thinking shootout.
I'm taking the Lions though.
I got the Packers.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if the Packers won.
I wouldn't be either. It's really hard to beat a team like twice in a year, especially like in your division. Like it's
That
very
is true.
difficult.
That is true.
So I guess we'll see.
But
Jordan Love's been back for a couple weeks. He's not looked the greatest. He's been turning the ball over a lot, but they have a really good offense, and their defense has been turning it up the last couple weeks too. And the Packers have looked really good. They're healthy again. On the other side, the Lions are a little beat up, but they're still rolling. They're 11-1, I believe. So
Yeah,
Or-
no
think.
one has shown they can stop their offense
yeah,
yet.
their offense is crazy.
yeah, well you
Their
got
running back duo is insane.
yes, Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah,
That's
that
so hard. I won't lie.
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I won't lie.
I'm rocking the Sonic and Knuckles cleats.
Yeah, those were fire. I
And
won't
their
lie.
defense is pretty good too.
Yeah, they're deep, and a big thing about the Lions is that they've really like drafted well and kind of like bought into the culture like how Dan Campbell is. Like he's just like a lunatic head coach,
Yeah.
but like he's a really good head coach. And
He basically built that team from scratch the way he wanted to.
yeah, that's
And
what I'm
he's like
saying.
mastermind, like how to run that team.
Yeah, dude's incredibly smart, and he built it around running the football.
Yeah.
Like with an off,
And they're
like the,
just gonna pound the rock with both running backs at you all game, and you're
Yeah.
just not gonna stop.
And you're not stopping
yeah, the offensive line is great,
them.
great,
Penny
and
Sewell.
yeah, and even last year they had a great offensive line. Then they brought in Kevin Zeitler this year over from the Ravens. He's old, but he's a really good piece for them at the guard spot. You still got Frank Ragnow at center. He's an All-Pro center. He's obviously Panay Sewell. Yeah. Um,
Team.
I'm trying to think who their left tackle is.
Their left tackle's out right now. Dan Skipper's like
Yeah, Dan Skipper.
filling in right now.
Yeah,
I forget.
but he's not bad.
They have a really good left tackle too, and I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
That's out right now. But yeah, Dan Skipper, he plays for. They like play run formations with like extra linemen most of the time anyway. So Dan
Mhm.
Skipper's practically in the game most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
But now he's just filling in as that main left
Yeah,
tackle.
and last year they had Jonah Jackson, which if you didn't know, Jonah Jackson, he went to
He went to
Pencrest.
Pencrest,
Yeah, you
yeah.
you knew that.
Somewhere
Yeah,
around
for
there,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he went to Pencrest, which is I, a mile from where I live, 2 miles,
Right
like
down the street.
right down the street from Colin. So yeah, it's like literally right there, and he went on to play. Forget who he was drafted by at first. It
He
might
went
have
to
been the Lions.
Rutgers. He went to
Wasn't
Rutgers.
he?
I thought he was at Ohio State though. He went to Ohio State for I think a
He
year.
went to Rutgers and then I think he transferred there.
Yeah, Ohio
Yeah.
State. And then he bought out, and
I
then he
think
got
he
drafted.
was on. He drafted by the Rams. He was on the Rams.
No, I think he's on the Rams now.
Oh yeah, he
on the
started with
Rams now.
Lions. He started with the
He
Lions.
got drafted by the Lions.
Okay.
Pretty
Well,
sure.
Yeah, because I think he's only like 26 now. He's still like relatively young for NFL career, especially for offensive linemen. I feel like offensive linemen tend to usually last a little longer than a lot of other positions. Definitely running back and stuff, but
Right.
You also see a lot of. It's iffy because like a lot of linemen will have some bad injuries and you're in the trenches, so you getting beat up but like those guys who do last, like the Jason Kelsey's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all those guys, like they're gonna do it consistently and at a high level for years.
Yeah. Well, those type of guys were just. Yeah, those type of guys are just freaks in nature. Obviously, we're talking about the best of the best, but yeah, they're just freaks in nature when it comes to playing multiple years, and they've already been playing their whole life before that. Like, it's so weird to think about. You actually play like you're basically playing football for 40 years of your life,
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, which is wild to think about.
It is.
Crazy work. Um, anything else you guys have to touch on with the Lions Packers? I'm looking forward to this game, honestly. I mean,
Lions money line.
what's your prediction? What's the score?
I'm thinking close. I'm thinking like 35, 32 Lions.
I was gonna say 37-34 Lions.
37-34.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
I'm thinking shootout.
I'm thinking
Yeah, I'm thinking shootout.
34-28 Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think it's going to be a shootout, too. I don't think it's going to be a lame game. I think it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. And
We're gonna be disappointed. I know we are.
probably. But
It'll
That's
be
how it
like
works. That's how it works.
17-10.
That's just how.
it's
it
a
works.
really big game for both teams because sorry, I lost my train of thought in the middle of that. But Packers basically they're 9-3, but they're third in the division. The Vikings still are ahead of them at 10-2. So this could be a really, really big game for the Packers if they come together and win this one.
Yeah.
So
And even if they were to win this game, the Vikings and Lions would be tied for the division,
Yeah,
and the
that's
Packers
crazy.
would only be one game back.
yeah,
So
and it
they
would
could
give the
still win the division.
it would also give the Eagles the chance to get the number 1 seed,
Yeah, which we love to hear.
which we love to hear. It's great news
Not
for
this
us.
guy right here though.
Not this guy in the middle, but great news for us as
Yeah.
Birds fans.
Yeah, I'd rather not see that.
Let's swing to a little college football. I kind of wanted to talk about, I'm a huge Penn State fan. Obviously, we talked about this before, but Big Ten championship. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think I would ever thank Michigan fans ever in my life, but I would thank them for that win right there over Ohio State because that was just incredible.
Yeah, that was a great one. Great one.
And then they're going on to play Oregon with Dylan Gabriel. We know how great Oregon is, but they did get beat by a certain man, one man who's 5'9". He's a bowling ball, plays on Boise State. That man single-handedly beat him. So Oregon is definitely beatable. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I got Oregon. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, a lot of people have Oregon.
Oregon's defense is probably
Scary.
the best in the country.
Yeah, it's scary.
And they have Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I know. But we got a good defense too.
Yeah, Penn State's defense is right up there.
But what's his name? T.J. Warren.
T.J. Warren?
Yeah.
Who's T.J.
Or Tyler
Warren?
Warren.
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
Penn
Yeah,
State's
he's
offense is definitely over.
He's definitely the best tight end in
Over Oregon's.
college football.
Penn
for
State
sure.
has one of the best offenses in the country.
For sure.
Which is usually rare for recent Penn State teams. Usually it's the defense that carries Penn State,
Mhm.
but they're pretty well balanced this year.
Definitely are. We always have like really good like offensive linemen, and we'll have like a good running back.
It's been the pass game, really.
Yeah, and it's been the pass game this year, which is so weird because we're never known for our receivers. But we have some really good people, like coming in, like some recruits and stuff who like should
Who's the kid from Prep?
prep. Oh, I actually don't know. I forget his name to be 100% honest with you. I haven't even like really talked about like PA football news about how like I go around Delco and Wright. Like
Yeah.
we haven't really talked about it at all, cause I will definitely get to high school sports.
Yeah.
Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like that'll have to be like me, you. I mean, Brown, you could hop in too if you're interested. You'll have to do some research, but
Yeah, I mean,
you talk about Chichester.
I'll just talk ball.
You just talk ball. Just talk ball.
You could get what's his name on Dave Berman on here.
Let's go, Dave. That's my man. Shout out my man Dave Berman. Hopefully he's watching low key.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Maybe you never know. He might tune in eventually. He's a good guy. Good guy. I forget what I was saying before. We just like ran off the track.
We're talking about
College
Penn
football.
State.
Yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? We're kind of in the middle of your conversation topic. I
Oh, we were
think.
kind of just talking about how Penn State hasn't really had an offense like this
No,
before.
no, not in a while. Not obviously since Saquon, and even then, like we weren't really passing the ball. Like we had a couple good receivers now and then, like Chris Godwin, like Allen Robinson, but like haven't really had anything crazy. We were never known for our receivers. We were never really known for our offense in general, to be honest. More of our defense. Like we always have people drafted like in the trenches or linebacker. So
What do you think about like they just released the playoff? That was Tuesday. So like all these teams that are fighting for these last couple spots, you have like Alabama, Ole Miss, and I want to say who's the other team fighting for South Carolina
yeah,
and Indiana's kind of in that mix, but they should be in. But like there's all these teams with two losses fighting for this spot, and then Bama's sitting there at 9-3. They just lost to Oklahoma by
Mm.
21,
mm.
and they're probably still gonna get
Yeah,
the
they're probably
12
gonna get
seed.
in. Yeah,
They'll probably still get that last.
But
spot.
how does that even
For-
work?
it's because they're Alabama.
It's because they're in the SEC.
Yeah, it's like the SEC bias. But like South Carolina and
They lost to Vanderbilt.
South, yeah, and
Like,
I think the other loss was Tennessee, but losing to 21. Oklahoma's awful this year,
Yeah, nah, Oklahoma's been
and they lost to them by 21.
piss poor. Shout out Andy. I hate you, Andy. I hate you and your college team. It's the only thing that man talks about. Can't even, dude. I can't even talk NFL sports with him. He's like, "Oh, how about those Sooners?" Like, no, you guys stink.
they beat Bama.
Yeah, Bama just has that bias where even with 3 losses, they're gonna get the chance to play in the
And they'll probably
playoffs.
still go far in the playoffs.
Nah, for sure. It's just an SEC thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, I hear you. Yeah, that's a lot of BS right there. I can't lie.
So Penn State realistically should be, if they win, they should be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Number 1 overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do I really think they deserve the 1 seed? I don't know.
Unless
don't know.
They could give it to Texas, depending how Texas plays Georgia on Saturday. Which I think Texas may blow Georgia out. Which I think in that case
Georgia
should
already
give,
beat them, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Who?
Georgia beat Texas.
Yeah.
I believe so.
They did.
Yeah, I believe.
They're about to beat them again. Georgia money line.
I think
like
if Texas,
Texas.
I think if Texas wins that game
Nah.
and Oregon loses,
Georgia's winning.
Texas probably gets the 1.
What other conference championship games are this weekend?
Clemson, SMU. So basically,
SMU's probably gonna win that joint.
SMU wins, Clemson gets bounced from the playoff, and Bama takes their spot,
Is that what happens?
or one of the other teams, but assuming it's Bama, or Clemson wins, and SMU and Clemson both get in.
That's nutty.
Yeah,
It's nutty.
there's a lot of shit that could happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Colorado could somehow sneak their way in still. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know how that would even happen. Because don't they have almost. They have 3 losses? Or-
2? No.
thought they had 3.
3 losses.
It's got to be 3.
Yeah, because they'd be playing in the they had a chance to be in the Big 12 chip.
Boise State's what, 4 seed right now?
They'd be the
I don't even know.
I think they'd be the 4, yeah, because they assuming they win their conference chip. That's on Friday.
They're gonna win that joint. Who are they playing?
They
Like,
play like UNLV.
Yeah,
UNLV?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
Assuming they win, they'd be the 4 seed. If say
Yeah, they're
maybe
winning.
if they lost Ohio or Iowa State versus Big 12 championship, Iowa State and who took? You know who took Colorado spot in the Big 12?
No. I don't even remember,
I
honestly.
can't remember who they're playing, but that could determine the 4 seed too. But I'd assume if Boise wins,
I was
they
looking
get
at it
the
today.
4.
I'm trying to remember.
Boise's definitely going to win. There's no way you're stopping GNT.
And you're giving him a first round bye in the playoff and a home game.
Yeah, it's crazy work.
Yeah. Boise
He's
State-
better snap. He's better start snapping. Oh, my God.
I'm like hyped to see him. I mean, we did see him against
They could
Oregon's
low key win.
defense.
They could low key win the Natty. I don't think they're good enough.
I
though.
just don't see him beating the Oregon, Texas.
No.
I don't see
Yeah,
him beating
no.
Penn
They
State.
only
I don't-
lost to Oregon by 3 though.
Yeah, but I don't see him beating any SEC team. Realistically.
No,
Oh.
Nah, probably not, dude.
I think Texas would fry them.
Yeah, they would trash
Yeah.
them. Their defense and their passing game would just you would just be down by so many points where like it's kind of to the point where like you kind of have to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Like you can't run the ball anymore.
You'd have to like, if that were the case and that's how you're gonna play the game, you'd have to set the tempo early. You'd have
Mhm.
to score early,
Yep.
and you play on your own tempo.
Yeah.
But that's just a hypothetical game. But who knows who will play?
I thought I just heard a tree fall outside, but I might just be tripping.
I've been
It's
hearing
really
them all
windy.
day.
It's very, very windy
Been
today.
dealing with them all day.
That's what I'm
It's all fall
saying.
on my face.
Yeah, it's good thing you're here, dude. We need you
Alright.
for the podcast. We don't need any trees falling on you, dude.
Brown's got our back.
Kind of talking about Colorado. My next topic I was gonna bring up was, I mean, since we're on the topic of like college football, I have the stats right here. But Ashton G&T, 2,228 yards, 28 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, 1,152 yards, 14 touchdowns, and then he has 20 solo tackles, like 30 or 40 like total tackles and 4 picks.
So I sent both of you the stat today. Where it was like the top
Yeah,
top
yards
two
after
leading
contact.
rushers in the league. Number one's Ashton Genty. Number 2 is Ashton Genty after contact. He's
Yeah,
the number 2 leading rusher in the nation.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
yeah, it's absurd.
That's probably one of the most absurd stats I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane. It's even just insane that you're at like and like no disrespect to Boise State, but like you're not a Power 5 school like you're pretty small in the D1 program. So, I don't know, dude, like just for you to just blow up like at it like nowhere like that. And I think that like their coach said something about how like there's like NIL deals where like the people are already trying to recruit and like pay the kids like to come over before the season
Yeah.
is already over. Like that's crazy work.
Yeah.
So they're doing something right at Boise. So yeah, just good for them. Like shout out to them. I hope they do well. Wish them the best. No hate against them. And their field's cool. And I like their jerseys. Like their jerseys are fire.
It's a cool squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see, like, talking about NIL? Did you see Michigan? So the number 1 quarterback in this year's class was committed to LSU,
Yeah.
and then like a week ago flips his commitment to Michigan.
Yeah.
And you comes to find out Dave Portnoy put together like $10 million.
Yeah, dude.
To
Yeah,
pay
yeah, I
to the
did see that.
quarterback.
Yeah.
I did see that.
And now
Mm.
he's just going to Michigan.
Oh yeah.
That's
'Cause
insane with the-
What's it called? Like Portnoy's such a big fan of Michigan. He was like, because that's how like, but that's how it is now.
Yeah, it is. You
Like, it's-
basically just are paying your
Yeah.
play. You have
Yeah.
like a salary for your college.
Like you're like, dude, like I want my college to do well. I'm a billionaire.
Or like
Why
a
not
mini
just
NFL?
why not just give the money to
How
the
it is
recruits
nowadays.
so I can see us win
Like Ohio State's roster is probably worth like
$20 million,
at least. Yeah.
$20 million straight up.
Yeah.
Like it's absurd.
That's crazy.
Like why? Like
It's insane.
yeah, it is crazy, and I do support it like to a point, but
Yeah, I do.
it is
I'm
wild.
all for it, but also in terms of like, I don't know. It's just gonna. I feel like at some point it's gonna get bad with like the transfer portal and guys like that, where like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have teams. I mean, you kind of see it, but like these major teams that just can afford to do this are gonna be able to get whoever they want, basically.
I feel like it's just gonna turn into like a huge money scandal.
Yeah.
Like I just
can
feel
see
like
that.
I don't know. Like I do think it was created for the greater good, but maybe there's some. Maybe they just knew that the shady stuff was gonna go on, and they were just like, "We're gonna do it anyways because it's gonna happen." You know.
Yeah.
I mean, because it happened before. Like even without NIL, like we were obviously giving some of these D1 recruits money to come to the school, or
Yeah.
we were like, here's some girls, here's some parties
And
you can
the-
go to, like
And it was so like twisted before, like you weren't allowed to like accept like gifts from
Nothing.
anyone. Like I remember seeing this story of like this college kid like accepted this deal for like a family offered him for them to stay in his house for free, and like the NCAA viewed it as like him receiving a gift and took away his scholarship because
Damn.
he just lived in a home that a family like he was homeless and some family offered him a home to stay in.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like all those rules were so like twisted that you just had to get rid of it.
Yeah, no, it's it's messed up. But kind of heading back to what I was saying. Who do you guys think like ultimately should win the Heisman? You think it should be G&T or do you think it should be Travis Hunter?
I'm so on the fence.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Travis Hunter plays both sides of the ball and is putting up great numbers, but historically, Ashton Gianti is having a crazy ass season.
Yeah, I feel
And
that.
I think like I don't know. I saw another clip I saw today was like Debo talking about Travis Hunter should be the Heisman. They're like he's gonna play you 60 plays on offense, and in those 60 plays, he's gonna lock down your number one receiver. And then the other 60
That's
plays,
insane. Like that's insane.
so another 60 plays on offense,
like he can.
and you're
play-
gonna double team him, and he's still gonna find
Like
a way
he's
to
the
get
best
open
player
on
on both sides of the ball for Colorado.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I don't-
yeah, I'd say so.
I think
yeah, I'd
all-
say so.
If I don't know. I think I would want Genty to win, but if they're gonna, I think they'll give it to Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if G&T doesn't break or even get past Melvin Gordon's record, I don't think they'll give it to him at all.
Yeah, no.
They wouldn't even consider him.
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be Travis Hunter.
But it's a cool story though. Like I feel like kind of like the story is like what the Heisman should be for. Like I'm not saying like the story in general, but like that it just has a cool story behind the fact that the dude is literally on his way for running for almost like 3,000 yards.
Yeah.
Like that's absurd. We haven't seen that in a while too. We haven't
No.
seen that since like
And it's like how good was he last year?
he was all right.
He's pretty good. No,
Not this good.
no, nothing.
Not
like
this
Was
good.
he splitting carries though with someone else?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't the like workhorse back he is now.
Yeah.
Like now he's out there getting 30,
Yeah,
35
Getting-
carries a game.
even more. Sometimes they're giving it to him like 45 times a game.
I think he had like 37 carries last game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's a freak. But I do think Travis Hunter will get it.
Yeah, 100%. Kind of moving away from college football, moving to the NFL. We just talked about the Heisman. Who's your guys' MVP so far?
I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, but as of right now, I'd probably give it to Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'd say Josh Allen.
But
Thorough.
I hope it's Saquon by the
I
Thorough.
think the only way Saquon gets it if he breaks the record.
Yeah.
Nick G would have hated this podcast. Josh Allen, our GOAT. He's the greatest.
That's his fantasy quarterback. He should be.
But I think Saquon is going to end up at the end of the year winning it. But
Yeah.
as of right now, Josh Allen.
I think if Saquon doesn't break
I think he has to
2K
break
yards,
the record. To
yeah,
win
he
it.
has to break.
Yeah.
He has to break the record to win.
Yeah. I think he's going to.
Just because the
He's-
way quarterbacks get the
He's going to break his record. I mean, depends how bad we're beating the Panthers, but he could break his record.
Yeah, and I also
Yeah.
think it depends on, we have 4 games left, but we tend to sit a lot of our starters the last game of the
Yeah.
season. So it's really
It's
like
like-
he has 3 games.
Yeah,
If
but
you're-
if we are fighting for the number 1 spot in the playoffs, he
Yeah.
might play.
then he would play. But if you say you're stuck in the 2 seed, you can't get the 1 last week of the season.
mic closer.
Oh, my bad.
Say it's like
Did you not hear me?
No.
Not at all.
No, I can hear you a little bit.
My bad,
but
my bad.
You just move a little closer. You're good. What were you saying? My
Say-
fault, Brown.
so. Say you're stuck in the 2 seed, you can't get the 1 seed by the last game of the year,
Yeah.
and Saquon's 125 yards away. Would you play him in the last game
Yes. Actually,
and
No.
risk him getting injured?
no, because our luck, he would get injured.
And if he
Yeah, probably.
if he gets hurt,
If he gets hurt, our season's done.
No, because you know what would happen? We would play him, and he would get hurt. And he wouldn't even break the record.
Probably not.
Because that would be our luck.
Yeah, probably. Nah, if he's 125 yards away, like, all right, you could play the first quarter, see how it goes. Like, if you just randomly snap in the first quarter, sure, like, maybe we'll keep you out there for
That's what I was thinking.
however long. But I wouldn't play him the entire game.
Say-
Like,
say
I would
you-
give him the first quarter, and that's
You
it.
play him in the first quarter and he breaks a long one, leave him out there.
Yeah, and he's like, say he's like, I don't know, 50 yards away. Like, all right, you got it. Like, you're good.
And who cares? Go out there and give him the ball.
50
20
yards.
times in the first quarter.
Yeah, 50 yards. That's like 3 carries for Saquon. We're green.
He's got to average what, like 100 and what?
I think he's got to average.
150 a game.
No, I think it's 137.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I think. I might be wrong.
It might be after last game. What do you have last game?
I don't know, but he's at like
300.
right now.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what he had last game against the Ravens.
He had like
Yeah.
120, 119.
So I think
something
he
like
need before last
Yeah.
week he needed 125 per
that.
game.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's snapping right now. Penn State running back. Penn State great. Don't ever talk bad about my squad. That's going to Andy.
You know who I wanted to talk about? Because
Go ahead.
if they weren't so bad, Joe Burrow would be the MVP this year.
Oh my God.
This is the best season he's ever had. His stats are disgusting, and they just gave him the worst defense in the
Yeah.
NFL. They might have the best
Awful.
offense on one side of the ball and literally the worst defense on the other side.
But it's like
They do. They really do, though.
I
They
think
probably have the best offense in the
I
league.
think there's a lot of bad coaching going on in there too, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the offensive line has not been great.
I
Oh,
think
no.
they have a better offense. Yeah, probably. I don't think they have a better offense than us, though.
I mean, they put up.
No,
They don't have a better
we
They
offense.
put
cooked
up-
them. We fried them.
They do not have a better offense than us.
The Bengals.
No, they do not. Do
No.
not even think. Do not even
No,
think.
we fried them.
I don't know now with Chase Brown.
No, stop, bro. We have
Chase
Saquon
Brown?
Barkley.
Yes,
Yes,
what?
but they have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
And we
And
have
Joe
Devontae
Burrow.
Smith and
Smith and
AJ
A.J.
Brown.
And Joe Burrow.
Jalen
Joe
Hurts.
Burrow. And Joe Burrow.
And we have Dallas Goddard.
And Joe Burrow.
Bro, there's no
Dude,
way.
we said
you're
the
arguing
exact
this
same
right.
time. That
Joe
was a
Burrow is
jinx.
the best.
That's
We
so
have
funny.
Saquon
Joe Burrow has
Barkley.
been the best quarterback in the
Okay,
league.
bro, but Saquon Barkley and AJ
Alright,
Brown and
but I'm
Devontae
saying-
Smith and Jalen Hurts.
I'm just saying.
Them four just like
The Bengals went
Overpowers
out and
them.
hung up 38 on the Steelers, and then their defense decides to let up 43 points to the Steelers offense, who doesn't put up points like
watch
that.
what we do to the Steelers. We fried the Bengals.
Yeah, you did. T. Higgins was hurt too.
Okay.
So what? So what?
I'm just saying. I
Don't
probably
matter.
think they have the best offense and
Cooper
the best defense.
Cooper
at the same
DeJean
time.
would have locked his dumb ass up. Cooper DeJean would have locked the dumb ass up.
He did lie. He lied tomorrow.
Yeah, he did. Clamped him. And Cooper Cup.
That was more so Quinyon. That
Yeah, it was
locked-
Quinyon.
Quinyon been clamping though. We all know him. I mean, I wrote it down on here. It was, well, he's gonna win. He has to win defensive rookie of the year. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
he doesn't. Like, I feel
Well,
like
the defensive
Who's the-
rookie of the month was the bull from the Rams.
Jared
Did you
Verse,
see that?
he's tough.
Yeah.
no, he is. He's fire from
Yeah.
Florida State. He was fire
Is
in
he
college
really
too.
the only other candidate who could win?
Probably.
Who would you give offensive rookie of the year to? I might give it to Brock Bowers. I really might.
I would give
I
it to
think I
Brock
would-
Bowers 100%.
They're not going to.
I would think
But
Bo
he-
Nix.
It's a quarterback award.
It's probably gonna be Jaden Daniels still.
It's a quarterback
Nah,
award.
I
yeah.
would. Yeah, but Brock Bowers might have like one of the best tight end seasons.
Brock
ever.
Bowers
No,
is
he
gonna
is.
break the record for most receptions as
Yeah.
a tight end in his rookie
He's
year.
been snapping.
no.
And he leads the NFL in receptions.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a dog, bro.
That's insane.
He's a dog.
Yeah, they're like I don't think there should be any way that he shouldn't win, but he's
Do you
not gonna
think
win.
he would be breaking this record if Devontae Adams was still on the team though?
Probably not, but he was still doing pretty close to
Yeah,
this
he
with
was.
Devontae
He was
there.
all right.
But obviously that takes away some
Yeah.
targets. I don't know. He's out there catching.
He's just so versatile.
I don't know.
You could just really line him up at anywhere.
And he's doing it with Gardner Minshew,
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah,
He
he's-
hasn't had a quarterback.
Nobody, literally. Nobody.
He's doing it with nothing basically. He doesn't. He doesn't have a great support.
And he's not even winning games. He's just doing this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just putting up 26 in fantasy.
no
just like-
reason.
he's
For
just-
no
for the
reason.
homies.
For the,
Draft
for
him.
the homies. For
Draft him
fun.
a
For
quarterback.
fun.
for
He's
fun.
just going out there and having fun.
Draft him a quarterback and he'll be cool. He needs his franchise quarterback.
That's what Steck would say to us before every basketball game. Just go out there, guys, and have fun. Don't worry about it.
Because I know
Don't-
we ain't gonna win.
Don't worry about the winning or the losing. Just go out there, play your heart out, and have fun. Just take it all in. Take it all in. That's what he's gonna say this year in the championship year.
Yeah, we are winning the chip this year.
We're winning. We're gonna keep it updated on here every single week on the podcast. We're gonna talk about the game and break it down.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit there and record every game, and then
First
we're gonna
game
show
Saturday
it.
at 5:30.
There you go.
Feeling really good. Think we're gonna go 1-0.
There you go.
Little pod starting.
Yes,
This week.
sir. Let's
Yep.
go. Wait, what is your guys' team?
The Grizzlies.
Oh, you're the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Ah, switched it up this
So
year.
who's your
huh?
jaw?
Okay.
Who's my jaw?
Connor.
Lil Pod.
Connor, what do you mean?
Lil Pod, Zach Edey.
Zach Edey is crazy.
He's probably the tallest on earth. Is he taller than?
Nah,
twins?
nah. The twins are tall. They probably like 6'2".
Yeah, they definitely are.
They're definitely taller than my brother, but my brother's probably like 5'11", 6 foot. He touching there. He's taller than me for
My
sure.
jaw's Jimmy Buggy.
Jimmy Buggy is 4'5".
No, we're probably gonna be terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro.
The league's terrible.
Shout out my man Joey Schlegel. He's gonna carry y'all. Shout out Joe Schlegel.
We were talking about like
Yeah, I'm sorry. We
the
like
Raiders
totally
with
went
Brock-
off topic.
with the Raiders with Brock Bowers, but I just seen a thing about the Raiders were interested in Dion, which you have to assume they get Dion, they would draft Shador,
Well, of course.
which I don't know. I'm not.
I'm not
Oh,
opposed to
100%.
it. I'm not
100%.
opposed to it.
Shador on the Raiders?
Oh my god, that'd be tough with Brock Bowers.
Personally, I don't think Shador's gonna be good.
I'm not a believer in Shador, but he
I'm
could
not
be
either.
I think
good.
he'll be
But
alright.
I think he'll be decent, but I wouldn't pick him over some. I wouldn't pick him.
Well, who?
Over, I wouldn't pick him over Quinn Ewers. I wouldn't pick him over
No.
Cam Ward.
No,
No.
no.
I think Cam Ward should be the first quarterback off the board. Maybe
Maybe Quinn
Ewers.
Ewers.
I don't know.
Nah, Cam
Is
Ward.
Dylan Gabriel going this year?
Probably not.
No.
I don't think so.
No, he will. He'll get drafted, but I don't think. He'll
I
go
think
first
next year.
round.
Nah, Shador will go
This is
before him
like
just
his-
because it's hype.
This is
I
like his
know.
fifth
Oh yeah,
season,
you're right.
isn't it?
You're right. My fault. I forgot he like redshirted and like had
Yeah, he
injuries
just
and
broke
stuff.
the record for like all-time passing yards in the NCAA.
Jeez Louise. Fool's been there for 5 years.
Yeah, because he was at Oklahoma first.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Oklahoma once again, Andy. Getting shouted
Go
out.
Sooners.
Go Sooners.
he
Let's
came
go.
He came in when Caleb Williams went to USC.
I didn't even know that. Who would have known? You know more college football than I do, honestly. I try and keep up, but there's just so much that goes on. I keep up with like a lot of the recruiting and stuff with some schools, but I don't know. That's my favorite process of like the off season and like people getting like new players and stuff. Like that's my favorite time during like football season in general, like for like college or just like in like NFL. Like
Best time of the year is what?
like off season, like when people go to new teams and everything, like when Saquon came to the Eagles, Josh Jacobs went to the Packers, Xavier McKinney went to the Packers. I know I'm naming a lot of Packers here, but
No, I think the best like talking just like in terms of like period of the season like that.
yeah,
NBA trade deadline. NBA trade deadline always has like there's always gonna be like that
Yeah.
one blockbuster trade every year. Like
for sure.
we got Harden at the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, even just the NBA in general, like their off season.
Their all
there's
season is
always-
usually fire.
People just move around so much. In the
Yeah,
NBA.
their all season is fire all the time. There's always so much to talk about during the off season for the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
the
because
NBA is just filled with drama too.
oh yeah, and because it's filled with like you're only some people there's only like 12 guys set a night, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like those are your people. So like obviously it's really hard for you to like move around and go to different teams and like actually play. So like I don't know. I think it's cool to just see the people like bounce around and like go to different teams basically and like get their chance. Cuz definitely like there's so many like leagues underneath the NBA, and same with like baseball too. Like that's how it goes. Like it's triple A, double A,
Yeah.
like rookie,
Mhm.
A plus. Like there's so many,
Oh, yeah,
and there's
there's
so
like
many things you have to go through.
infinite minor league teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you might not even like you might get drafted, never play in the pros. You'll play in all
Mhm.
those leagues the rest of your career, like until you're 40.
Yeah.
Like you'll make still good money. It's not like you're making bad money. But you also like for baseball too, it's like you also like are like with the team 24/7 and like you're basically competing against your friends for a roster spot in the
Yeah.
National League. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
It's kind of heartbreaking, honestly. It's like, damn, I knew I was better than my friend, and he got selected to come up.
We might have to do like a deep dive into minor league baseball.
Deep dive into minor league baseball.
Yeah.
My God.
Maybe some minor league baseball conspiracy theories. We'll get real deep into the minor leagues.
Oh gosh. Is there really conspiracy theories about the minor leagues?
There could be.
I bet you.
There honestly could be. I feel like it would be really
There's
weird.
conspiracy theories on everything.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If you really think about it.
I guess you're right. Um, I wanted to kind of just look at the NFL standings right now. And go through the AFC. The Bills are 10-2, Chiefs are 11-1, Steelers 9-3, Texans 8-5, Chargers 8-4, Ravens 8-5, and Broncos 8-5. So it's a really, really, really close race in the AFC right now. Obviously the Chiefs are doing their thing. They still got Mahomes. I mean, he's gonna find a way to win. They're gonna make the playoffs. The Bills, we just talked about how Josh Allen should realistically win MVP.
Yeah.
Like with a less supporting cast than Lamar Jackson, with a less supporting cast than Patrick Mahomes, he's had a less supporting cast than basically everyone in the league.
Yeah.
He's been disrespected. I'm tired of the Josh Allen disrespect. I've been said this man is better than half the quarterbacks in the league, and everyone was like, "No, no, you're tripping. It hurts is more an elite quarterback." I remember Nick G saying this. He goes, Hurts is more elite quarterback than Josh Allen.
No, Josh Allen.
Where is it now?
Josh Allen.
Where?
I think Lamar's better.
I think Lamar's better
Than
than
Josh
Josh
Allen?
Allen,
Yeah.
I don't.
but I think this
No.
year,
No.
Josh Allen has
Josh Allen's
a less
better.
supporting
Josh
cast.
Allen.
He just got Amari
Yeah, that
Cooper.
is crazy.
He's been
That
playing with
is-
Keon Coleman and Don
I'd
Kincaid.
put Josh
Yeah.
Allen as number 2 behind Mahomes, probably.
No, I still think Mahomes is. He's getting literally sold every game to him.
Yeah,
Literally every
it's
game
ridiculous.
is given to him. You see how much they've won by every game?
yeah, it's
It
ridiculous.
is literally one possession.
He's still the best quarterback in the league, though.
I mean,
Well, yeah, no, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
I still don't think they're going. I think they get knocked out first or second round. I think the AFC Championship's going to be Bills Steelers. Mark my words.
Wow,
I-
that's rough.
I don't know. I just think you can't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
No,
I am.
just like you can't bet against Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think it's just like almost.
Well, I did in 2017. What happened? I
All right.
won.
Well, we were different then. That was our team. We not but we talk about in the AFC. Like we could see him in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl
I know,
realistically.
but-
I would love a rematch. We will bust their ass. Excuse my language.
I don't think. I think it's. I don't think they're going back.
We would
I
cook.
think they're gonna
We would
sell.
cook them if
We
we seen
would.
them in the Super
We
Bowl.
would.
They don't want to see us in the Super Bowl.
We gotta make it there.
We'd be mad. We
We
do have to make it there first, but I mean the Lions are the bowl favorites right now.
Yeah,
So
they're a great team.
yeah, the Steelers have definitely looked great. Rush just has to keep it up. I feel like that's what it really comes down to with
Their defense is.
their
crazy.
defense is great, but their defense has always been great.
Yeah.
We
but-
got exposed last week.
Yeah, they did. I won't lie.
And it is a great offense.
What
But
is it?
watch what we do to the Steelers
Yeah, we might cook the Steelers. I won't lie.
next week, right?
We tend
next
to.
week.
Yeah.
Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. I guess we'll see what he does. Underneath the Steelers, the Texans, they've looked pretty good. They have Nico back now.
CJ Stroud's not. He's in
He's
a little
alright.
sophomore slump.
Yeah, he's in a little.
I
But that
think-
usually happens.
I
Yeah,
think
that's what happened.
they have their bye this week. I think coming out their bye, they're going to be a whole different team. Like they're going to look like the
Yeah, the Texans, we
Texans
know.
like they should be.
Yeah,
Or
Plus,
they could
Joe
low-key
Mixon.
sell, and the Colts could take over that division.
I
Never
don't.
know
I don't
what
see
could
the.
happen.
I don't see the
You
Colts
never
doing
know what
that.
could happen.
I
Yeah.
don't. I feel like Anthony Richardson is still a step
And the
behind.
Colts are still
Where
two
are they
games.
at right
the
now?
Colts are 2 games back.
Yeah,
of the
3 games
Texans.
back?
They're
the
6 and
Colts are
7.
6-7.
They have won 2 straight, and both games they've won on Anthony Richardson game-winning drives. He's looked pretty solid ever since he's came back.
Yeah, it. If he keeps
Not
it up,
bad.
it's hard, dude, because you
Yeah,
haven't
he's like-
seen him be consistent at all.
I
No,
know.
Ever in his
he
career.
shows his flashes though.
Yeah, and he has unbelievable talent. Like the dude can flick the rock
Yeah,
80
he can.
yards.
Yeah, and he's a good runner too.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
great runner. Yeah, he's a really good athlete. He reminds me, like when you watch his like college tape, like he reminded you of like Cam Newton.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say he has the Cam Newton.
Yeah, with the sidearm.
Obviously, he's not Cam Newton,
Oh
but
no, he's
That's-
light years behind Cam Newton right now.
Lot of years.
which I also think that he could be the best college quarterback of all time. So it's hard to compare. But he shows
I mean,
he shows like the same
Tim Tebow.
tendency.
Tim Tebow.
Tim
Any day of the
Tebow.
week. Any day of the week.
it really is debatable, bro, because he took
Cam
that
Newton
he
really
was-
did have
he
Yeah,
took that team
insane-
on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really
It was like Greg Jennings. Put the team on my back, though.
Was there who else? They had like who went to the NFL?
Said I broke my leg, though.
They had a couple people. Who's the running back?
Trey Mason
Trey
was
Mason.
the running back.
I
I don't
mean,
really remember. That just goes to show Cam Newton.
No, I don't really remember
You
that
don't
team.
really remember
You
that.
couldn't ask me that. I don't know that. You can say Johnny Manziel too. He was up
Yeah.
there.
He
Tim
just
Tebow
never won
has-
a ring.
Yeah, he just never won. Yeah,
Tim Tebow won
exactly.
back-to-back Heismans.
You could even say, you could honestly, could even argue Baker Mayfield too.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield was a dog in college.
Oh yeah.
You could argue Michael
That's
Vick.
another one with him though. It's just that he didn't win. Like you have to win a natty to be the best college
Yeah,
quarterback of
I
all
would
time.
say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be up there between.
That if Baker
Tim and
won,
Cam.
if Baker did win a natty, you could argue that he is.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, he was one of the my favorite college players I ever watched.
Yeah, he was tough. He was definitely tough, and he gave zero shits, like at
Yeah, he
all.
playing the flag. You seen like
Talking
last
on his
week,
nuts.
Everyone was playing the flags last week, and
Yeah.
everyone was just fighting.
Yeah. But it's like, who even cares? Like that we've been doing that for years.
Yeah, now they're trying to
So
ban it.
long. Like who cares? Anyways, underneath the Texans are the Chargers, who are 8-4.
Solid.
Yeah, the Chargers have looked good. Justin Herbert has looked good. The acquisition of Harbaugh has been just
Oh, yeah.
great for them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable for them. I mean,
Harbaugh,
they can run the ball now.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's just a quarterback whisperer. I mean, you see,
No, for sure.
he did it with Alex Smith in San Francisco.
San Fran,
Yeah.
When he was the coach at Stanford, he had Andrew Luck, turned Andrew Luck into one of the best quarterback prospects of all time.
He had Cap.
He had Kaepernick, who he took from being the backup to a Super Bowl quarterback,
Yup.
and he took J.J. McCarthy into being
Yup.
a
National
championship winning quarterback.
For
He's
sure.
a quarterback whisperer, and he literally said, Justin Herbert's the last quarterback I will ever coach, like in my career, because he knows he has it with Herbert, and that's his franchise quarterback, and he's gonna make
I
it.
know for sure, and I think Herbert's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Like I think
He was
Herbert's
already good.
up
Yeah.
there for
Yeah.
sure, top 8.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think Harbaugh is just gonna make him way better, and you're gonna keep seeing that as
And it's like he already came
Next
into the
couple years
league and he
go on.
was good and he's progressively gotten better, but the entire team has taken a whole leap this year, and you could just
and he
tell.
still has no weapons. And
Yeah,
he's still
no,
doing it.
no, not
He's
at
lad.
all.
He's lad.
He has
Lad's
Lad,
been
that's
good.
about it, but he has Will Disley,
Will Dissly,
Quinn Johnston, who's
Quinn
been
no hands Johnson.
no hands at all, like
J.K.'s hurt.
Butterfingers. Yeah, JK's hurt. He got Gus Edwards. That's not good.
Yeah,
But the offensive line has definitely improved. Like, well, obviously you have 2 great tackles, but like, just in general, like that kind of goes to show, like, if you're just invested in the trenches, like it really goes to show it helps so much when you invest in those positions.
Yeah, Joe Alt's been a dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Joe
saying.
Alt.
He's been great, great.
What'd they draft him?
He was like
He's top 10, I think.
It might have been
Three,
three, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been really good.
Yeah, that pays off.
Yeah, for sure. Right underneath the Chargers is the Ravens, and they're 8-5. They're also tied up with the Texans and the Broncos, but we'll get to that. Yeah. So, Ravens. I mean, Lamar doesn't really have any weapons either.
no.
No,
Deontay Johnson, that was the worst trade in
he
history.
doesn't want to play.
It's the worst.
Mark
trade.
Andrews started stepping up a little bit.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And obviously, you still have Derrick Henry and everything,
Yeah.
but
I still like Zay Flowers
Zay
too.
Flowers.
With Zay Flowers, I just don't think Zay Flowers is a.
Zay Flowers
Wide
and Mark
receiver
Andrews.
one.
doesn't
No,
cut.
not at
Need
all.
something else.
he's too small.
If,
Like,
if
you
Zay
can't
Fla-
really see him.
If he did get another receiver on that team, that would help him so much. Like he
Yeah.
would be a perfect
Like
wide
not
receiver
Deontay
too.
Johnson. too.
No. And Rashad Bateman hasn't been bad for them.
No.
Like, I wouldn't say he's been bad. Like, he's
he's-
actually stepped it up this year.
Yeah.
He's hurt now too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
They're in shambles.
That's drawn.
Yeah. What? They're 8-5 now.
And their
Yeah.
defense is just the worst through the air. Like, they're just getting cooked through the
Are they
air.
in the playoffs right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be a wild card.
Yeah.
unless they jump to Steelers.
Yeah.
Gonna jump to- What are the Steelers?
But I
9 and
don't
3?
think they are. Yeah.
1.5 behind.
One
1.5 behind the Steelers.
The Ravens have a bye this week.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the Broncos, who are 8-5, they have the greatest quarterback ever who's walked this earth. That's Bo Nix.
Nope.
And he's honestly been snapping. Like Bo Nix has
Yeah.
looked great.
Crazy.
I don't think anybody would have expected Bo Nix out of all the quarterbacks and all the people who got drafted would have thought. Because to myself, like when they drafted Bo Nix at what was it, 10 or 12? It was one of those spots. But I was just like, what? Like I was mind blown. Like I didn't think they were gonna take a quarterback. Like I didn't know what they were gonna do. I knew they were gonna take a quarterback, but I thought they were gonna take somebody different than Bo Nix. They
Yeah.
didn't. And it just, I mean,
It's
I
like,
I just find it crazy because he has really, really played well.
And he just, they were in a shootout last week. He didn't even have one of his better games of the season, and he still found a way to win that game.
Yeah, 100%.
He also played against the other goat, Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston, let's
Jameis
go.
was crazy.
I want to watch Jameis sling the ball like 60 times in a game and just let him see how many yards he can throw for. He might throw 3 pick sixes, but he might throw for 600 yards.
He throws the ball so ridiculously hard.
Yeah, you
Like
know what I
it's
said the other
a
day?
rocket.
I think the Vikings would be better if they had Jameis Winston.
I think they would too.
I mean,
Jameis would be
it's hard
chalking
to
it.
say. Him to Jettas would be gross.
Yeah.
But Sam Darnold keeps winning games, so
It is true. But I don't believe in Sam Darnold if it comes to playoff time.
yeah.
Like I think
I don't know how much I believe in
like-
Jameis. in
like
the playoffs.
2017 playoffs when we seen the Vikings and they were
Case
so hyped to
Keenum.
come play in Philly
We
with Case Keenum.
fried them.
And the Case Keenum reminds me of Sam Darnold. Like
Darnold.
Sam Darnold reminds me of Case Keenum. Like I
can
feel like
see
if
that.
he gets into the playoffs, he's gonna shit the bed.
Yeah, we're gonna fry them.
Which
That's how I would feel.
I don't.
But I mean, you never
I
know.
hope that doesn't happen. Like, what if like Jalen Hurts gets hurt and then Kenny Pickett wins us the Super Bowl?
No,
Nick Foles 2.0.
that just wouldn't happen. I
That's
won't
one
lie.
guy who will never win you. a
Yeah,
Super
that's
Bowl.
yeah. Kenny Pickett's not gonna win us a game, let alone a Super Bowl.
But you still have Saquon Barkley though.
Oh,
Saquon would have to win us
for
that
sure.
Super Bowl. He would literally have to.
I'm-
run
I'm
Wildcat.
putting Saquon at quarterback. What do you
Yeah.
mean? And I'm having AJ Brown at running back. And I'm running speed option every single play.
Every play.
Yeah, I'm down to watch Jameis play football whenever. 'cause
Yeah.
He's a dog. He's just a cool guy. He's a genuine dude. You could tell, and
Yeah.
he's just he's a lover of football, and like I just love that. Like as like, cause not many like pro athletes who play this game who are making like millions of dollars are like, I love football.
He
Like
was
the
a
dude
great-
is out there playing in the snow,
He was a
literally
great college
smiling like
quarterback,
a
too.
kid. Yeah, he was. Oh yeah, he was great.
Great.
Great at Florida State. But that's what I'm saying. Like the dude is out there playing in the snow. He's like, hallelujah! Like I can't believe I'm playing in the snow. Thank God. Like he's like blessed that like he got to play in the snow. Like it's just he's a genuine dude. He's
Yeah.
cool. Like I like to see that.
Dear God, please deliver me from these pick sixes.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, dear guys, please stop letting me throw pick sixes and let me throw a tutty. Kind of moving on to the NFC. We're gonna break it down from a couple teams, but playoff picture looks like right now. Obviously, the Lions lead at the number one spot, 11-1. We talked about them. They've looked great over the course of 12 games now. They're 11-1, obviously. Eagles are right behind them, 10-2, but we could very well catch them. We've looked great. Our defense has improved week by week, and we just held the Ravens to under 20 points. We just held them to 20 points, did we not? So it was a big test for our defense. We performed great. So, and that kind of took like a lot of stress off my shoulders because before going into that game, I'm like, we're about to play top 3 offense in the league. I don't know how it's gonna go because we could just easily just poop the bed.
I thought we were gonna win that game.
I mean,
I
I
know
had
it.
confidence, but I was just nervous for our defense. I wasn't
Yeah.
nervous for our offense. I knew we were going to do well on offense
Yeah.
regardless. But our defense I was nervous about. But we stepped up and we made great plays. So, I'm proud of them for this. So, it was a good win and we are
Great
10-2, one game behind the Lions.
Hopefully they lose tonight. I mean, I think they're gonna win. But
Yeah, I guess
hopefully
we'll
they lose,
I guess we'll see
so we can
exactly.
get third and 1 seed.
Yeah, 100%. Guess we want that. That'll help.
Yeah.
Behind us is the Vikings. They're 10-2. They're right behind the Lions, like we talked about before. It goes Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears for the division. Who's surprised with the Bears at the bottom? Anyways, yeah, Vikings are 10-2. We just talked about Sam Darnold. They look good. They've looked good. So I can't really say anything too
Their
negative about
defense
them.
has been surprisingly good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Pretty good.
So I guess we'll see with them. We kind of just have to. Father Time will decide on that team. Packers are right behind them, 9-3. We talked about the Packers a little bit. Packers have looked really good. Again, they're healthy again. They've progressed over the last couple weeks. So, yeah, that's with the Packers. We talked about most of these NFC teams, so I'm kind of just skipping through. Commanders are 8-5. They took their L to us, and then who did they lose to after us? I forget.
Us.
Oh, the
They lost to-
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Turpin's
That was-
kick return.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, he cooked
That
them.
was gross.
Just
That
it was
gross.
nasty. I would have tore my ACL if I did that. I can't lie. That looked like it hurt so bad. And then he just got up out of there. He's so fast. He looks like he's
So
jogging
quick.
on TV.
It's so weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looks like he's jogging on TV and he's just lightning. And they're always like the fastest man in the NFL. Like, is he really up there? Is he really up
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
He is I know he is the fastest on the season, like ball carrier speed.
Like
That one touchdown,
23.
the touchdown he had against the Texans.
Oh shit.
How fast was it? It was like.
It was like 23 something.
Yeah, it was insane.
That's crazy. Bulls quick.
That was-
He honestly might have been quicker on that kickoff. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, I
'cause that
think it was.
after
It was
that.
like 23.71 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Damn.
He was moving, and he hit that little spin. That spin was insane.
Yeah, no, that spin
That
was
was the
dirty,
bad-
dude. He
that
took the
was the
whole
bad
That was
team
the
out.
baddest. But someone hit the B button.
Yeah.
Took the whole team out. That was disgusting. Yeah, so the Commanders are 8-5. They've recently just taken 2 losses, so their momentum's down a little bit. They're shattered a little bit. They're down in the hole. They don't know what to do. But Brian Robinson's back for him. Austin Eckler's on IR. I'm pretty sure their defense is
They were about to get Marshawn Lattimore back.
relatively healthy.
His first game back, he's playing in New Orleans too.
Oh,
I saw
shit.
that today.
And Emmanuel Forbes,
I don't know if
they
they're
cut
gonna
him and
make
he's
it,
on the
though.
Rams now.
I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs.
Did you know that Emmanuel Forbes they cut him and he's on the Rams now?
I don't know.
Their first round pick from like he was 2021.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did see that. I did
he
see
was
that.
trash.
Yeah, he got cooked by AJ Brown last year. Like 3 tuds.
Yeah,
It
he
was
did.
disgusting. He was frying him, dude. He was on the sideline having a hissy fit. It's alright. It happens to the
It does
best of us.
happen.
I would too, honestly, if I was getting cooked by AJ Brown. Seahawks are 7-5. They lead the NFC West right now.
Honestly, at this point, I probably think they win that division.
I do too,
I
yeah.
think the Niners are cooked.
Cooked.
Yeah.
I think Rams
The Rams probably
honestly have the
better-
best chance.
I think the Cardinals.
What are
too,
they
though.
at?
Cardinals aren't bad.
What are the Rams?
Rams
at?
are 6-6.
6 and 6.
What's the Cardinals record?
They're like
They
6.
got
I
it.
thought I had it. It was 6 and
I think they're 6 and 6 too.
it might have been 6-5.
They gotta be
Or
up
6
there.
and 6. I didn't write it down.
Because
I
they
don't know why
definitely
I
have
didn't
a
know.
chance to win that division.
It's all
too.
me.
I'd probably put the Cardinals second. Yeah, they are second. They're 6 and 6. They're
Yeah.
one game back of the
Oh,
Seattle.
the Niners are 5 and 7.
Yeah. So that
Seattle's
division
7 and
could
5.
go any way. I'd
Seahawks.
probably take the Cardinals, honestly. I think they're probably
Mm,
the way Trey McBride keeps playing.
Dude,
They
he's a
have their
dog.
target.
well, they play each other this week.
It's on my
we'll see.
fantasy
Yeah, they
team.
do play each other this week, so that'll be for the division lead.
He gets
Yeah.
like 15 targets a game.
Yeah,
And he
really-
catches like 14 of them.
and he
He's
just
a
can't
dog,
score a
bro.
touchdown.
No, not at all. But he'll have like 130 yards receiving. It's absurd. And like 12 catches. So yeah, but I don't really see the Cardinals going anywhere. Like I just don't believe
Seattle's defense is
believe in that
definitely
team.
better than
100%.
the Cardinals defense.
Yeah.
But I think I would take the Cardinals offense.
Offense.
Over the Seahawks offense. But that's
I
close
would-
though.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I could do that, dude. I don't trust that midget. I don't trust Kyler Murray. I'm just kidding.
Shout out Andy again.
Shout out Andy again. He's been shouted out like 7 times this podcast. We talked about Oklahoma, talked about Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. My God, so many Oklahoma people. I can't escape this universe. Tired of talking about Oklahoma. Yeah, so we'll see with the Seahawks. I definitely think that they're gonna win that division though because the Niners are cooked, and I think the Rams have the best chance. But we'll see with the Cardinals. Maybe. I don't know what their schedule is the rest of the year. I don't know who the last 4 teams they play. So
Probably just all of them beating up on each other the last part of the schedule.
probably, honestly,
So could go anyway.
yeah, for sure. The Falcons are 6-6. They kind of came back to earth now. They're 500 now, but Bijan's looked good. Kirk has not looked good, not the last couple weeks at
No.
least. Dude just threw for like 9 interceptions.
They got like their biggest game of the season
so
coming
good.
up.
But this is why they draft Michael Penix though. Like this is why they took him at 11
Oh yeah.
or whatever they
You
took
might
him
see
at.
Michael Penix next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you might just gave like, but that's the thing.
Alright.
You gave that man such a huge contract
Yeah.
off an ACL injury, and then you drafted a quarterback.
And he hasn't been like he's had some good games.
Yeah, he's had some good
Threw
games.
for 500 yards
Beat us.
this year. Yeah, he's just been inconsistent.
Threw the
all
game-winning
year
tud.
long. But he's back in Minnesota this
Oh, we
week.
really lost that game.
Don't tell me it was insane. I was at that game.
Oh,
It was
you were
sad.
there?
I sat in front of a Falcons fan. You know how I felt when I was leaving that game? Embarrassed.
Kirk's
Was
back in
so embarrassing.
Kirk's back in Minnesota this week, so he might snap.
That is true. I guess we'll have to
No,
wait and
no,
see that.
They are terrible.
We'll have to
They
wait.
have
and
to
see.
win this game because the Buccaneers are tied with them for the division lead. Well, the Falcons have the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
How
Bucks
bad- how
are
bad
Bucks are
that
6 and
division?
6 and well.
That division's terrible too. Isn't
Yeah.
It?
Well, the Saints aren't gonna make it,
The Falcons lead the division and they're 6 and 6.
and the Buccaneers are right behind them. Though they're tied with
Yeah,
them.
they're both
6 and
they're
6.
both 6 and 6, and the Bucks
What are the Panthers?
the Bucks schedule is
3 and
probably
9?
easier.
Yeah, and they just got Evans back like recently.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would think the Bucks end up with that division. They
We'll
would have
see,
the
though.
4 seed.
Bucky Irvin's a little beat up too,
Yeah,
but he's a dog.
he better rest up.
You better rest up. We need him for the playoffs. We need him for
Bucky.
fantasy playoffs. I got him in a couple weeks too. I knew to draft him. I knew he was gonna like get carries over Rashad White. Real ball knower right here. Big trust. You guys want to talk about any other teams? Bengals 4-8, most dangerous 4-8 team in the league.
They literally dropped over 30 points.
They're
every
insane.
And let up more than 30.
Yeah, the
Literally
49ers are 5-7. Dolphins are 5-7. They're cooked.
You
The
think-
Dolphins had a chance too.
They still have a chance, don't they?
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean they do, but
I don't really think so.
look
Though.
at, they just lost last week, didn't they?
Yeah,
The
to
Green Bay. They had to win that game.
Yeah.
And I mean they still got a chance, but
They're
I
not
don't see
winning in
them.
the snow.
They just can't play in the cold. I've been saying this.
Yeah, 100%.
They've never won or Mike McDaniel has never won a game in under 40-degree weather.
That's crazy.
Hmm
That's insane. That dude does not know how to play in the cold. You gotta adapt to that.
Dolphins still.
That's crazy, bro. Shout out Jared McCain.
Facts.
Shout out Jared McCain. We don't really have to talk about Sixers.
Nah, they're terrible.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
they're
talk
just
about 'em.
I
god
don't know if I
awful.
want to talk about them.
They're
I went
just
and saw
god
them
awful.
last night.
Like, there's so many things. I made a list. I could read it. I know. I don't know where my list went. It might be on the other slide of my paper. Slide of my paper. The side of my paper. Let's see. Rotations are bad. Coaching is bad. Can't close out games. Needs to hit open threes. Poor ball handling. Not capitalizing on open shots and in transition. And why are we playing Eric Gordon and Lowry so much?
And that's the Sixers.
Yep.
And that's my recap of the 76ers. I'm sure every fan can tell you if you just watched the game. We've been absolutely god awful. We gave Paul George a supermax contract to play like Tobias Harris. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were Tobias Harris. I would have just brought him back. Thank you for robbing us like Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid, dude, just blow it up. Like, just blow up the whole thing.
Just
Like,
give
because
up.
I'm so tired of it.
Tank for Cooper Flag.
It's just
As
ridiculous.
long as we got Maxey and McCain.
Oh yeah, and like I love Maxie McCain. It's just like there's besides the problems that are going on, there's no heart at all. Like there's no
Yeah.
effort on the floor. You can tell, like we're just being lazy. We're not, and we're having chances to take the lead, and we're having chances to hit open shots, and we're just like, we're just gonna lose again. Let me not try, and then we're just bricking shit, and it's
Yeah.
just
Literally.
so. And the coaching has been bad as well, and we're playing old people over Jared McCain, who had 17 points in like 20 minutes.
He's the rookie of the year leader right now, so
My word of advice would be if your player has 17 points in 20 minutes, I would keep playing your player.
Yep.
But that's just me. I don't know. That's just me. Whatever.
Yep.
No. So that's kind of that's our brief summary of the Sixers. Maybe we'll touch back on if they start winning some games.
probably not.
But this is episode 4 of the podcast. This is Just Live Sports. Brown, Steck, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming on for
Yeah,
another week.
peace.
We're going to have some more people coming on soon, and we're going to talk more sports. Can't wait to get into it. Just Live Sports. I'm your host, Ted. Peace.